Well, hello everyone and welcome to this video for Raid Shadow Legends. In this video we are going to take a look for the first time together at the Doom Tower. Previously I guess referenced as the Void Tower, unless the Void Tower is going to turn out to be something different. I'm going to do a bit of a different format with this one. I'm going to commentary as I go through and I play this for the first time. And I will play this for the first time on my main account, which is what you're seeing right here on your screen. And then I will also visit it with my other account, my training basically account. You can see I still have a red dot here. There's a news article, but anyway, my training account, I don't have any legendaries, so that'll give a more realistic portrayal if you're just starting out. I will try to use some fast forward type techniques and things like that to make it go a little quicker, because the battles can be kind of long. But here's this article. It says read more. Here's the Doom Tower is here, and it goes through all of the stuff. And if you'll go into your summoning portal, you'll see here in the fragment summons, I've already looked at them, you'll see the new ones that they've added now. So they're down here. I really want this one. She looks cool. And then we've got this one, and this one, and this, not that one, this one, and I think this one. That's the one you're seeing in the new intro screen, I believe. And I think this one, yes. So you can check those out simply by pressing info, and then you can go into the page and you can find out about them. I have a hunch that these champions are going to be extremely difficult to get. It seems as if Plarium is constantly hyping how difficult this is, that it's in-game content. So I don't suspect that you're going to be able to do it very easily. So I'm starting with my main account where I have a lot of legendaries and some good teams. If I can't get anywhere with this account, then this is extremely difficult. That'll be a way of measuring the bar on that. If I can do a little here and nothing in my beginner account, then you won't be able to do this when you're just starting out until you have some legendaries and have built up your team for about 6 months or so. The account that I have, my training account, is basically reflective of a 3 to 6 month team with no legendaries. Because I'm doing this recording during the day, normally I do it at night. There might be interruptions. I will try to cut out what I can. There might be background noises. You might hear my chair squeaking. I was lucky, blessed really, to get a free chair over at Facebook Marketplace. But it's still not high enough in the back, and it's creaky and it's old and it's beat up, but it's better than what I had, and I'm not complaining. It just makes a little bit of noise. I do need to get one with a higher back. So I'm going to do a video and show you guys kind of my setup, how I do things, how I record. I'm sure some of you are curious. There's really nothing special to look at. It's pretty crappy setup that I have right here, but I'm grateful to have what I have. And I am going to do the best that I can with it. So normally I record at night because it's quiet, nobody's around, everybody's in bed. Today I'm recording during the day in the morning. I just had a nice breakfast. So let's jump in here to the Doom Tower. We've got 4 weeks. So if you read the specifics, you know that we have basically a month to go through this first cycle.
The Doom Tower is a monthly challenge built to test your strength and strategy. The tower holds 2 difficulties, and you must battle your way through 120 floors and 12 mighty bosses to reach the top of each difficulty.
Okay, I didn't know that we would have this kind of, she would be back here training. This is interesting. I was going to say something and she interrupted me and I lost my train of thought. Alright, well anyway, if it was important, I'll remember it again, so we'll go through this real quick and see what else there is to say here. Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if the champions will change. I don't know if they'll stay the same and you'll have, you know, like a year or 2 or 3 or permanent to be able to get the champions that are currently offered, or if every month that's going to change and there'll be a new set of champions. If it's going to change every month, that's going to make it kind of discouraging to me. It's already discouraging that they're not giving me fragments for earlier champions that I need fragments for, like Kreela Witcharm or any of the other ones. I don't like that. I wish they were offering shards for those champions. I was hoping that they would do that, and they did not.
You'll need gold keys to enter a floor and start a battle. When you're ready, dive in and get started.
So you see up here we have 10 of our gold keys, 10 of our silver keys. Silver keys we can use to farm certain campaigns. I need to reread exactly how to apply these. Gold keys get us started here to enter a floor. Alright, let's follow the cursor. I'm going to put it on their easiest, which, they said this would be changeable at any time, but this is not changeable. It's stuck on normal. So ignore anything that they were saying before that you'd be able to access any difficulty at any time. That is not true. You can only access normal starting out, apparently. Looks like we got a button here for Bastion, a reward info button, and a rankings thing. I don't know if there's going to be a clock anywhere on the special champions that you get. This is 120. That's not an unreasonable level, but this is just the first fight, so this is not looking too encouraging. Let's pick out my best team. I think we'll just throw some people in here. I'm not going to try too hard to figure out what would be best. Let's see. I think I'll put Jareg in here. No, I want him. And then I want her, and him. So there we go. My team power is 141k. Theirs is going to be a lot higher. I don't see anything here I need to be aware of other than we've got this affinity. I have people for that and the other affinity for that. And it looks like they'll be weak to these, so we'll see how this goes. Pressing start. So I think I'm going to go ahead and be lazy and try auto to start with if it lets me. So far, not looking too difficult. I like the backgrounds, look pretty cool. So it looks like I got a reward. I think these are charms for the ranking of a piece of gear. I don't know if they're specific to any particular gear or in general. I'm assuming this is an in general charm. So far not bad. That was the first fight. I don't know which ones you can actually farm. I don't remember clearly in my mind right now. And I don't know if you can farm it with 2 and get some kind of star reward. I don't see any indication of a star reward anywhere on here. Looks like to go to the next battle I have to use one more key. So it looks like a gold key for each fight to start. Same team. You might notice that my Haikatoon is hitting pretty darn hard. I've really been tweaking and working on her gear. That's with not a huge amount of masteries either. I mean, everybody here has about mid-level masteries. Don't recognize this champion we're fighting here. Okay, so that reward is 30,000 silver. Okay. Going to the next fight. Things are not increasing in difficulty as far as the numbers on the team yet, although I do have a new person here I don't recognize. Now, when we get to a boss, I don't know if we'll get to a boss today or not. It's going to be a little bit different because each boss, they have a whole video on it, and I watched them, and I don't remember any of the details. But each boss has particular ways of, the way they fight is meant to, you really have to think your way through it, because if you fight lazily like I'm doing here, you're going to end up dead. So if we do hit a boss, we'll go through that together and find out how that works. Okay, so we're getting an interesting variety of rewards. A thought that I had, I guess, yes. I think right now, looking at it, how it's playing, if you have just entered Nightmare mode and you have champions that are handling Nightmare mode and you're not past the midway point through the campaign in Nightmare mode, I'm not sure that this is going to be very workable for you. You won't be able to get very far, I don't think, if at all. I think this is going to be good for people that have good enough champions that they've made it at least halfway through the Nightmare mode version of the campaign. If you're halfway or better through the Nightmare version of the campaign, I think you have strong enough. You know your team composition. You have strong enough champions and how to put them together that you're going to be able to handle this. If you haven't even ventured in Nightmare mode yet, you should give it a try to see where you're at. But I have a hunch that if you can't handle Nightmare, you're not going to be able to handle this. It is nice to see that I can make a little bit of progress here in my main account. But of course, I've only just started. Things might get exponentially more difficult as I proceed. We'll have to see. Now this reward here, I find that kind of discouraging. This should, I think, be the next step up of this kind of potion. I think this is kind of a paltry reward for where we're at right now on this. This should definitely be the greater, or whatever it is, the next one up. About the rewards so far, I'm gonna say that they're not. I'm not gonna say they're not good enough, but I think they're a little lower than they should be. For the difficulty that I'm assuming this is, and I'll know shortly, I think that the rewards, if this is in-game content, we should be looking at mid-in-game rewards. And I don't think a 3-star chicken and a few small charms are mid-in-game rewards. Some pretty tough guys here at this last fight. I don't know if I can say this is the same difficulty as Faction Wars. I think it's easier because I can have more champions, but if I had to have a particular faction and couldn't have this team, I had to try to figure out, all of my Night Revenants or whatever and tried to do this, I think I wouldn't be able to beat this. I think this is more fun and enjoyable as it stands right now than Faction Wars, and a little easier. And I appreciate that. I was hoping it would not be so difficult compared to like Faction Wars has been really frustrating and aggravating for me, and I do not enjoy it.
Once you've beaten the boss, you'll be able to farm the floor for valuable forge materials using silver keys.
So I wonder if that means that's when I can do my look for my secret room after I beat the boss. Well, let's exit out of here for a second. Let's test that. So here we are. We've got a secret room here. Do we have to beat the boss to access the secret room? Let's find out.
You've unlocked a secret room. These are optional challenges with great rewards, but you must follow special rules to complete them. You need silver keys to enter secret rooms, and you can only best each room once.
Huh. So I can access it now. It says, what's the rule? Rare champions only. Oh dear me. Well, let's see. Do I want to do this or not? It's a very good question. I think this is speed. Faction Crypts, no. Bulwark I know does shield. Dungeon 21%. So I guess that's my best shield. I could probably use him. Who are my best people here? I know he's pretty good. This one I've geared really, really well. I should have at least one hard-hitting champion. We'll give this a try. I'll try him first, and then we'll try some other ones if that doesn't work. She's alright too. I have her all the way to level 50. Let's see what we get here. So this will be our first attempt at a secret room. Make it. We'll see. It's looking good. A lot of gold in this room. Looks like one of the rooms from the dragons, though. Just without the dragons in it. So I got 3 shards for the Archmage Helmet. It apparently is the first one. Oh yeah, they said something about this. You have to unlock these in order. So it looks like we're getting shards for him. I don't know how that's going to work out, if that will stay there just through this month or if that will stay there permanently and I can work my way through all of these. I'm beginning to think it's looking a lot like that I can keep working through. So even as the thing changes, the tower changes and cycles over every 30 days, I'm going to still be able to work my way into getting these champions. At three shards, fragments, that's not bad. I don't mind that at all. So that's how the secret room looks and works. Let's go try boss, and that will wrap up looking at it from this perspective. And I should check before we leave if now hard is unlocked on this floor. Okay, so this guy's gonna be weak to force champions. I can use my same old team, but he has special abilities. So let's click. Can I click on him? No, so I can't find out what he's weak to or strong against, or he had a special ability. One of these, well, they all do, but he had a special one. You had to do it a certain way. I'm going to just throw in my normal team, and we're going to see how that goes about. It might be the wrong decision because I don't remember this guy. I have to refresh my memory. I only watched the video once. If you watch the videos for the Doom Tower, you'll see that each boss has special skills. They do certain things. If you use certain debuffs or things on them, it can be very tough to survive. And I can't remember. I think this guy does a really heavy magma hit, targeting the person with the weakest HP. And then he uses something, and I don't remember what it is he uses. But he's going to be targeting, looks like Martyr right now. Oh, here we go. Turn meter by 50 with the Hex. HP burn that he applies and he can do it instantly. Wow, he went through. I managed to kill him, and I can now farm, I guess, that stage with these silver keys that I got. Okay, so that means that we can now proceed up this way, but you need a gold key, I assume, to get in here. So if I press start, it'll tell me no, because I don't have a gold key. So you can only use 10 per day, so I've used my 10. Now if I start back here on this floor, can I go to hard? Now I can access the hard difficulty. So you can access both difficulties after you have beaten the floor and the boss. Now if I remember right, I think farming these stages here, you don't get anything. You only get something if you farm the boss, or vice versa. So let's verify that, and then we'll go into my other account. So all we have to do is look at our news article. I need to go into that here in a second, but let's see. Okay, so they're calling it a boss floor when technically it's a room. I'm assuming that means just the boss's area, means I can farm that. No further rewards if you enter the secret rooms or normal floors, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at our fragments we've got here, and there we go. And I will now go to my other account, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, we are back in my, essentially what this would equivalent is, I want this, I gotta find a way to get it. This would be equivalent to a beginner team, a team that has no legendaries, that has been playing the game for somewhere between 3 to 6 months. So you would have some similar kind of components to what I have here, and you will have a similar experience to what I'm going to have in, excuse me, the Doom Tower.
The Doom Tower is a monthly challenge. You'll need
I skipped that because we already went through in the other one, so let's take a look. I've got my gold keys. I've got my champions. You can see I have nothing here but pretty much garbage. Let's see. Let's put a resurrector in, or should I put her in? I think I should put her in. And then possibly, I know I need him. He's my hardest hitter, and then a resurrector. Let's try that component. This will be a little slower because these guys are not as powerful, obviously. There goes my resurrector. There goes one of my hitters. I think you can see pretty clearly what you're going to be dealing with here. I don't think I need to emphasize that anymore. Meet the brick wall. Okay, there you go. So, if you have a team of more beginner type champions, you don't have a legendary, you don't have everything up in a very good level, I will show you the gear I have on those guys. We're not dealing with very poor. I have all of this on him. And on him, I have this. I've worked on his HP, so he's doing his stuff. I do need to upgrade that. On her, I have this. And so you can see that while I don't have the absolute most fabulous gear on everybody, this one I definitely had bad gear on. I don't have the type of equipment needed to get in through there, and if you're just having a lot of 3-star equipment, you have very little 4-star equipment, yeah, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it if you don't have a legendary of any good quality or epics of legendary quality. You're not going to make it. Yeah, basically, if you're struggling in the faction crypt, I think you can safely assume that you're not going to be able to do the Doom or Void Tower. I keep baiting myself in there, and I realize, oh, it's just the same. Alright, so that concludes this video. You've now seen how this is going to work. You're going to need to have a very, you're going to have to be level 50 or higher, and most of your teammates are going to have very good gear. I would say 5-star minimum gear to get into these and get anywhere. You're going to have at least one good legendary or a couple of good epics. I think you really, unless an epic is the same equivalent hitting power and quality as a legendary. I don't know if an epic will take you through, but it might. I don't have all the different champions, so I don't know all their different ratings, but I'm assuming that you'll need at least one legendary, good hitting quality legendary, to be able to get through there, good support, something of that nature. If you're struggling with the faction crypt, you can see in this account that I am struggling with the faction crypt. I got this far with the orc. I got this far with the undead. I got this far with the high elf. And I'm probably going to be stuck here at the first boss for a couple more months if I stuck with this account. I probably won't. But yeah, if you're struggling like that in the faction wars, you're going to struggle in the Doom Tower, and you're not going to be able to get anywhere. So be aware of that. Now you got a pretty good idea of how this works and looks. You've seen what the first boss looks like. If you want me to do more videos like this and go through with my other team and show you the next boss, or if you want me to do any tutorials specifically to any particular floor or boss, leave a comment below and let me know. I will catch you guys in the next video. Okay, well, that concludes this episode. Be sure to leave a thumb up if you like the video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or any of my other videos. Be sure to hit that notification icon so that you can be notified when any new videos are released. And leave me some comments, feedback, suggestions so that I can improve and do even better for you guys. Also, please stop by my Teespring store. I've got more designs coming over from Spreadshirt, but this is what I have here right now. I've got 3 cool designs. I've got this mask does not equal safe. It's kind of an attitude for everybody trying to make us wear masks right now. I've got this Zen saying and drawing that I did, to reach your destination, embrace the journey. I think that's really cool. I've got a poem over here. Poem says, life doesn't have to be so hard. It has a flow. Sometimes you'll drift, sometimes you'll row, but you get to choose the destination you'll go. I think that's really cool also. So go ahead and grab some of this stuff, and that will support me and help me in my continuing work at YouTube, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.